Hi, hello everyone. Thank you for coming back to join me. I've finished my collaboration journal. This is the one that I've been doing with Amy at Crafty Cat, and it's using her Autumn 1910 kit. I'm not sure if Amy's finished hers or not by the time this video goes out, but she's put multiple signatures in hers, whereas I've just done a single signature. So it's got some ruffles in it that are all kind of autumn shades, and the cover is made from hexagons, kind of like quilted, but they're machine quilted. I put them on, sewed them together with a sewing machine, but I just loved the colours of them. And I've put some lace down the side, and then there's a button on the front, a vintage mother of pearl button, and a couple of glass beads. That one's glass, I'm not so sure about those, but this, you can cut them off if you don't want them on. But that's what do you call this, seam binding, isn't it? That's seam binding. So measurement wise, I forgot to measure it. It's kind of normal size for me, which is about 8.5 inches tall. It's probably about 6 inches wide. 6.5 or 6.25 inches wide. So it is quite chunky, and there'll be around 80 pages in here. So I've lined it with some other kind of autumn fabric, and I've put a couple of things in the front. I had this left over, so it's just some extra writing paper, or you can do what you want with it. And then this is something that I'd made a little while ago out of one of the printable checks that it's not one of Amy's. I can't think who did these checks. It could be TaylorMade Journals. But inside, I've just put some additional bits and pieces that I had left over when I was making the journal. So I've just put those in there, but I liked it because it had the mushroom on it. So I thought it was kind of, a little bit autumny. So I just put that in there and tied it up with some twine. So that just flips in there. Then a lot of the things in here I have made with you, and then some things I carried on and did on my own. So at the beginning I've used an envelope, a craft envelope. Then I think I did this one with you, and I've just made a little journal card that goes in there, and these are fussy cut out. Amy puts people in her kits that you can fussy cut out. I'm not very good at fussy cutting, but I had a go. And then on the back of it, it says Autumn Days. And the words that I've used in this are from Mrs. Cog. And this is from Amy's Autumn Paint Kit from last year. So we did this card together as well. That's just a book page. And again, I've used one of the ladies. And that just fits in there. And then there's if I can get hold of it, I just put some extra paper in that I had left over. So you can write on that, it can be written on, and that just fits up there. Sorry, just sitting down. Again, we did this cluster together, I think. I've used some Edith Holden on there, and then that just flips out, and there's a tag there, and then that just flips over, and there's a tag just there with the mushrooms on, and it says Gather. And then that just fits inside there. And that's where we had the gentleman looking after the dog. So he's taking his dog out for a walk in the woods, and the dog sat next to the pumpkins. And then on the next side, I'd made this pocket previously, and I just thought it went because it said Fall Festival, Cincinnati Fall Festival. So there's the gentleman there, the butterfly in there, and then one of the tags that comes with the kits in there. And then I think these ladies here are gossiping about this gentleman, and when you open the window, he's having a sneaky peek at them as well, I think. So this was a window envelope that we collaged, if you remember, if you saw the previous videos. Then on the back here, I'd made this previously. I'm not sure if that's one of Amy's images or not, but I fussy cut the flowers out that are in the kit on the papers. Not those papers, similar to those papers, there's flowers and one of the pumpkins, and then I've just put some Edith Holden in the back. That just goes behind there. Some more Edith Holden there. these flowers, I mean, on this paper. I shrunk it down and then I fussy cut some out to use. Nice, you can write on all of this as well. And there's a journal card in there. And that beautiful lady sat there. I think she's reading a letter. Some more ruffle on that side. And that's an Edith Holden page, and I just did it as a flip out so that you can still see there's a poem there about the different seasons that I thought was nice on there. Journal card in there. Well, it's some papers that I had left over from a previous kit. I don't think that's one of Amy's, but it was in with Amy's papers, so I don't know how it got there. And then I just stuck one of Amy's images on there. There's a tag there with some extra writing paper on. It goes in there, and then behind there there's an Edith Holden page that I've just cut into a bookmark, and that just fits in the little bit behind there. I don't know if it's handmade paper, but it's very fine paper with some little bits and pieces in that I thought went nicely. And I bet because I'm sat down, let me just stand up, I bet you can't hear very well. I'm going to get people saying they can't hear me, but I am struggling with my back, so I apologise if you couldn't hear me when I'm sat down, but sometimes I just need to. That flips out with a tag on there. And then some more. These, on my printer, these seem to print out really a lot darker than Amy's, but on hers, but printers print differently. But I just love the colours. They're just beautiful. Nice and warm. That lady sat there. Love her dress. And then I've clipped this in. This is the CD case. This is one of Amy's cutouts that she does on her Glowforge, and I've put a lady on there with a pumpkin and one of Mrs. Cogg's sayings. And actually I have put some extra paper in there because it is a pocket, but if you wanted to glue it onto a page you could do, but that just clips on there. Some more Edith Holden. Just put a little cluster just up there. I did that on tracing paper, the leaves. That's a previous autumn kit. I think it was called Fall is in the Air. I think that kit. Beautiful house. I'd love to have that house. And then this is the, excuse me, the other envelope that we collaged together. So that flips out. So you could write on there and you can still write on this. And then there is a journal card in there. And again, it's some extra paper that I had left over with the flowers on. Flowers, leaves, autumn flowers, leaves are, aren't they? And then that just fits in there and just sticks out. This tea-dyed paper that I did, it was a kind of a blue colour, but I just thought it's a bluey green, and I thought it just picked out the colours in the dresses and things. Another cluster just there. And then in the middle, I've done another window. This was Amy's window envelope. You know, in her kits, it comes with the 2 windows that you cut out. In the UK, they're a different size window envelope. So I've just cut that piece out and then backed it with some, not acetate, but it's what you get on when you buy birthday cards for somebody and it's wrapped in that plastic. I sometimes find it's quite a nice thickness. And then again, some extra paper. And I liked that because you get the autumn morning where the sun's coming up, and then you get the autumn day in that one. So it looks as if he's gone for a stroll in the woods. And then on the back of that, there's a pocket just there with one of Amy's images on, and a tag just there. It goes on there. Again, that's the fabric that I'd put on the inside of the cover. It says pumpkin patch up there. These are the papers. They're all Amy's, all the background papers. That was the worn wallpaper that she had. Double tuck spot just there. So 2 pockets. Alaskan wallpaper, that's what it's called. That beautiful image from Amy. And then those lovely ladies, it says turn over a new leaf. So maybe they're going to stop gossiping. I don't know. And then that's Mrs. Cog. Ignore me. Edith Holden. I was thinking of I was looking at the excuse me, the words just there. The words there are from Mrs. Cog, and then that's Edith Holden. Get my words all mixed up. So there's plenty of space in here to write. One of Amy's images there that I've put on a pocket and then made a tag. Lots and lots of space to write. That's an envelope that I've made out of Amy's papers from last year. And then in there, I've just put all the other bits, the fussy cuts that I didn't fussy cut, because they can be used to further decorate this journal is what I was thinking. So I thought I'd just put them in the envelope so they can be used. I think this journal is reserved, so it won't be in my shop. I think it's reserved. A lady did express an interest in it, and I've not gone back to her yet. Because obviously I would like her to see the journal before she makes a decision. Let me just cut those bits off. The fabrics do fray for a little bit. I always cut them off, I never pull them. Another tab on there. And I think what's been interesting about this collaboration is how different, there's about 4, maybe 5 of us that are, they're all listed in Amy's, under Amy, her videos, who's doing this, using this kit at the same time. So there's 4 or 5 of us, and we've all done completely different journals, which always makes me smile, because beautiful. You wouldn't think, or would you, that you could, how many journals you can make that would be so different from one kit. And that lady behind there, so it's a double belly band. It looks like she's looking through lace, doesn't it? And a journal card just there, and I just added some extra paper on it. That's the back of the envelope that we collaged. And then there's a journal tag just there. So if there's any papers in here that you particularly wanted to know which kit they were from, just drop me a line. If you let me know in the comments below which page it is. Roughly, if you give me the time in the video, I can have a look. And then in the back there, we've got the envelope that we did that flips open. So there's a journal card at the back with that dashing young man in there. And you could put some paper on here to write on if you wanted to, or you could put an image, but you can certainly write on this side. And then there we've got some nice mushrooms. That was from her previous kit, from Amy's kit from last year. I am at an awkward angle again. And then that one there that goes behind. And then that lady, and that image is from the 1910s, 1920s, I guess. But I just thought it went really well with the kit, with all the colours that I'd used. And then my little fandangled contraption for keeping that closed. So you can push both of those through if you want, or you can push one through and kind of tie it off. So it's multifunctional. How's that? But I just couldn't think how to stop that from flapping open. And then in the back, again, I had some of that paper left over, so I've just included it in there. And then another piece of Edith Holden, and I just machine stitched just a couple of papers that I had left over. So just like a little notebook in there. And that is my Autumn 1910 journal. So I hope you like it. And Amy, I just love working with your kits. And I hope I did it. I hope you like what I did. So thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I really do appreciate it. Take care. See you later.